Once upon a time, later,
I wish
in the same far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young
more
princess,
than life, more
the
than
lad
good
Jack
I wish.
and the baker.
No, I miss
I wish
with his
more than anything, more than the moon.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than
The
life,
time has come for a festival.
more than riches,
I miss my kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything. I wish we had more room.
Play
another room. But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection.
I never thought I could be so happy. Not in unhappy moments.
I didn't think we'd be this great. I never thought we'd have a baby. I never thought I could be so happy.
Happy now, happy hence, happy ever after. We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy.
Not one round.
Pots of pear.
With my cow.
Little gurgles.
Darling, I must go now.
We should really sell it.
Where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them.
I'm going to be a perfect
I'm going to be a perfect
I'm going to be a perfect
I'm going to see that she is so happy.
I never thought I'd love my life. I would have settled for another.
Then to become a wife.
Then to be set for love. Then to beget a child. That fortune smiled. I'm so happy.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
I will expand our quarters in due time.
Why expand when we could simply move to another cottage?
We will not move. This was my father's house, and now it will be my son's.
You would raise your child alongside a witch?
Why does he cry whenever I hold him?
Babies cry. He's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
He wants his mother. Here.
I can't take care of him all the time.
Well, I will care for him when he's older.
We had to go through thick and thin. I never thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so happy.
Oh my goodness.
Are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
And the baby?
Yes, he's fine. Are you all right?
You. Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look.
Destroyed.
What has happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
Well, what could have done such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake. My garden has been trampled. Those are footprints.
Well, who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves footprints that large is no who.
Well, do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet?
A dragon?
No scorch marks. Usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin?
Extinct.
Giant?
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant.
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are you going to tell?
Well, the royal family, of course.
The royal family! I wouldn't count on them to snuff out a rat. With a giant, we'll all have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. Hard to outwit a giant. They're like us, only bigger. Much, much bigger. So big that we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot. Boom! Crunch.
We're moving.
Yes.
And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jackie's
Look,
mother.
Milky White, it's the butcher!
The baker!
Oh, the baker.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon my house today.
Jackie's been home with me all day.
The baker told Jack and his mother that he feared there was a giant in the land.
Well, I can recognize the giant's footsteps. I can go to your house.
You'll do no such thing.
Well, any help at all would
I'm
be...
sorry, but you'll get none from us. No one cared when there was a dead giant in my backyard. I don't remember you coming to volunteer to my aid.
Well, a giant in your backyard's one thing. A crushed home is quite another.
Look, young man. Giants never strike the same house twice. I wouldn't worry.
Well, I'm taking the news to the castle nonetheless.
When the baker reached the castle, it was the princess who greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madam. This small man insists on seeing you.
Princess, I've come to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Oh, where did you see a giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see it.
Then how do you know there was a giant in the land?
Well, our house is destroyed and there are footprints.
That could be caused by any number of things. Come, I will show you the door.
Wait.
A nearby household was visited by a giant not too long ago, descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
That giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait, please. We have a young child, Princess. This child was very difficult to come by.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take this news up with the prince when he returns. Thank you. I'm going off to market, Jack.
Goodbye, Mother.
I want you to stay inside.
But I haven't been outside all day.
Listen to me, I don't want you running about where there might be a giant on the loose.
But I know how to kill a giant.
Please, we've had our fill of giants.
Mother, not just
Enough! I want you to promise me you won't leave your surroundings.
But Mother! Oh, I'm a man now.
Aw, you're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. And I want you to promise. Promise!
I promise.
What happened to your house? We've had a baking accident.
A baking accident?
No use frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to do without this bread and sweets. Besides, I have all I can carry.
Why such a load?
Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. I came home to find our house had collapsed, as if a big wind blew it in. I couldn't find my mother anywhere.
Oh no.
So I salvaged what I could, and now I'm off.
Oh, good friends, what news have you? My grandmother's grave. Oh, what kind of trouble? Oh no, I can't investigate. A princess is not supposed to go into the woods unescorted. Oh, good idea. I will disguise myself and see what's wrong. Oh, thank you, birds.
We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
I'm not going to let her go alone.
All right, I will take you.
I don't need anyone to take me. I've gone many times before.
Oh, but not when such winds have been blowing.
That's right, we'll all take you.
No.
I'm not about to stay here with a baby when a wind might return to this house too.
I know my mother made me promise, but I'm gonna find that giant anyway.
Into the woods it's always when you think you'll last you're through, and then into the woods you go again to take another journey.
Into the woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've not to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Into the woods to find a giant.
Into the woods, your grandmother's house.
Into the woods the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late, it's just another journey. Into the woods, but not too long. The skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay the giant.
Into the woods to shield the tide wind.
To find a future.
To shield,
To slay. To find.
to fix,
To hide.
to move,
To battle.
to see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel! What are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing! You just locked me in a tower for 14 years with no company.
What brings you into the wood today?
I've come investigating news of a giant.
You? Investigating news of a giant? Father would not even do that. That is business for your steward, or less.
What brings you into the woods?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off?
Brother, she is a changed woman. She has been subject to hysterical fits of crying, moods that no soul can predict. I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella.
She remains... well...
Does she? Now, brother, do tell what you're really doing here.
High in a tower like yours was, but higher a beauteous sleep. All round the tower a thicket of briar 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen, when the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside the casket, a maiden I'll last, just as unwakeable.
What unmistakable agony is the way always born.
She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard.
Agony, oh, the different for each.
Oh, isn't wrong most to
Anything almost or something asleep. If it were not for the thicket,
thicket's no trick, is it thick?
it's the thickest.
The quickest is picket, a barge with a stick.
Yes, but even one pricket's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarves.
Dwarfs very upsetting.
Not forgetting the tasks unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable, but unavailable. Agony, misery, well, not to know what you miss, while they lie there for years,
And you cry under fears.
what unbearable bliss. Agony that can cut like a knife. Oh well, back to my
Oh, Rapunzel. Brother, I must be off. Godspeed to you.
Godspeed to you.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is straight.
It was straight. Now there is no path.
Where's the stream? Where's the lily pond? And where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should turn back.
No.
We will just have to find Granny's house without the path.
But my mother warned me to never stray from the path.
The path is straight from you.
Wait, that looks familiar. In the distance, 3 large oak trees.
Yes, I recognize.
Who might that be?
God is lost. I told you to ask for directions.
The steward and the royal family. And what brings you into the woods?
The castle has been set upon by a giant.
And I warned you that you can't count on a royal family to solve your problem.
Guess which path the giant took to get to the castle.
What?
No. All that's left of my garden is a sack of beans.
But I...
And there's not much left of your house either.
This is impossible. But I heard giants never strike the same house twice.
You heard wrong.
That size!
Where is the lad who killed my husband?
There is no lad here.
We haven't seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away. Don't move.
It was you who destroyed our house. Not a terrible wind. It's because of you I have no mother.
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter. Then he stole our gold, our hen, and our harp. Then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoings!
We are not responsible for him. You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with the dumb giants.
Not all giants are dumb. Give me the boy.
We told you he's not here.
The girl is telling the truth.
I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them of which course of action to take.
Put a spell on her. I no longer have my powers. If I did, you think I'd be standing here with all of you? Now, we'll have to give her someone.
Who?
The Stillward! It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving up my life for anyone.
I'm waiting!
Now, it's interesting that these were not people familiar with making choices of their own. Their past experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me, but would you like a blind girl instead?
Put them out of their misery.
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a woman.
Fine, then what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting!
It's interesting to examine the moral issue at question here. The finality of stories such as these dictates something. Whoa. I tell the story here. I am not part of this.
That's right.
What are you doing?
Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
That's my role. You must understand. There must always be someone on the outside. No.
Well, you're going to be on the inside.
Well, you're making a big mistake.
Nonsense.
You need an objective observer to pass the story along.
Some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you'll never know how your story ends up. You will be lost.
Oh, wait, he's the only one who knows the story.
Do you think it will be fun when you have to tell it yourselves? Think of your baby.
Stop, he's right. Let him go. Put that away.
Now, that's better. You don't want to live in a world of chaos, do you? As I said, there must always be someone on the...
Here's the lad!
What are you doing? I am not the lad!
This is not the lad!
Don't drop him!
Why did you push him into her arms?
You wanted to get rid of him too. We might have thought of something else. If it was up to you, a decision would never be made.
Well, now that he's gone, we'll never know what'll happen next.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No.
Jack's just a boy. We had no food to eat and he had to sell his beloved cow in exchange for magic beans. If anyone is to be punished, it's the man who made that exchange. That's right. Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. Now I have to punish him for his wrongs.
He suffered too. Do you think it was any picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
Oh, you are getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? What about our kingdom?
Be quiet.
I'll hide my son and you'll never find him.
Don't upset the giant.
You'll never find him.
I'm warning you.
Oh, don't go back this instant. We'll get you for all that you've done. Why, we'll...
Oh, where is your son? That's him.
No, this is not the boy. Stay here.
The boy is hiding in the steeple tower.
Oh, God!
If he is not, I will return and find you.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel, my love! Wait! No, don't step on!
Oh, God. Oh.
She's in poor condition.
Wake up.
Don't let them get Jack.
We won't.
Promise me you won't let him be hurt as I stand here at death's door.
I'll do all that I can.
I want you to promise. Promise!
All right, I promise.
Jack.
No, come away from there. You killed her!
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
Come.
This is the world I meant. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls as I could not? No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, still they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Life was so steady and now this. When are things going to return to normal?
We must leave soon if we're to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We're off to a hidden kingdom. Shh, we can't take everyone.
Fools, there is nowhere to hide.
Wait, but you can't leave. We must stay here and try and figure our way out of this together.
Some people are cut out to battle giants and others are not. I don't have the Constitution. And as long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope a giant steps on them all.
You shouldn't say that. You are thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when are you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask a wolf's mother.
Stop it!
I suggest we find that boy now and give the giant what she wants.
If we give him to the boy, she'll kill him too.
And if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom.
One step at a time. Maybe if he apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, he'll return the stolen goods.
Yes, he's really a sweet boy at heart. She'll see that.
You people are so blind. It's because of that boy that there's a giant in our land. Now, while you continue to talk about this problem, I'll find that boy, and I'll serve him to the giant for lunch.
Are we gonna let her feed him to the giant?
No.
I'll have to find him first.
I'll go too.
No, you stay here with the baby.
We'll fan out. It will increase our chances of finding him.
But what if one of us gets lost?
We'll count our steps from right here. Stay here with the baby. He will be safe with you.
You would leave our child with her?
Yes, he's fine. He's sleeping.
But what if the giant were to return here?
He won't, I know.
But how do you know?
I know.
But what if the giant...
But what if? Will nothing but a giant's footsteps stop your arguing? 100 paces, go! Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Why, yes.
Have you come across him yet?
No.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
What are you doing alone in the woods?
Oh, my husband. It's a long story.
Your husband? He would let you roam alone in the woods?
No, actually, it was my choice.
Your choice. How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Anyone we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Oh, wait 1 moment. We can't do this. You have a princess.
Well, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Of course. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please.
No.
Let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment. After all, seize the moment. Skies may fall any moment.
This is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings let us meet the moment unblushed. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
Jack, 81, 82, 80... what's wrong, ma'am? May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Oh, well, don't say that.
Oh, it's true. You wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm certain the prince will see to it the giant is rid from our land.
Oh, there's been no sign of the prince. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden.
What?
Well, I understand that that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You know, you look just like the princess, but dirty. You are the princess.
Oh, no, please, get up. I'm not a princess here.
Well, what are you to do?
Well, I must be on my way back to the castle.
Well, you haven't heard. We came upon the royal family. The castle's been set upon by the giant.
Oh, and the prince.
Well, he was not with them. You must come with me. You shall be safe in our company.
I must leave you.
Why?
The giant.
The giant. I had almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods. A moment shimmering and lovely and sad. Seize the moment, just be glad for the moment that we've had. Any moment is a moment when you're in the woods. And now I'm off to slay a giant. That is what the next moment holds for me. I shall never forget you, and how brave you were to be alone in the woods, and how alive you've made me feel.
What was that? Was it me? Was it him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming, what is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband, no one lives in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never, it's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't just a trick of the woods. Just one moment, one peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never and? That's what woods are for those moments in the woods. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment. Who can live in the woods? And to get what you wish only just for a moment. These are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you've had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods. No.
She should be back by now.
She wouldn't get lost.
I'm sure she'll return.
I must go in search of her.
Oh, we'll come too.
No, you stay here. I will count 100 paces. I shall return soon. 1, 2, 3.
Look who I found!
Please don't let her feed me to the giant.
It's not our fault the giant wants you.
Oh, you're hurting me.
Let go of him.
Leave him alone.
Jack? What? Where did you find this? Where's my wife?
She's dead.
What? I'm sorry, sir. I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was sobbing over her like she was his own mother.
Oh, how awful.
How could this happen? I should have never let her wander off alone.
I buried her in a footprint.
I should have insisted that she stay home.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead!
Wake up! People are dying all around you! You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now it's time to get this boy to the giant before we're all so much dead meat.
Away from him!
This is no time to be soft-hearted. He's going to the giant and I'm taking him.
Yes, he's the one to blame. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault. I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans, there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell Elijah's Eloise you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold?
So it's your fault.
No.
So what's your fault?
No!
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though. I only sold the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes!
No, it is not. Have kept those beans, but her house was cursed. She made us get a cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault.
So?
It was his fault.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's clear is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place?
Yes.
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
The other bean.
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's yours.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's hers.
No, it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoes, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife? Oh dear, but I never knew it, so I threw. Well, don't look here. So it's her fault. But I didn't.
It's her fault,
But I
and it isn't mine at all.
But what?
Well, if you hadn't gone back up again.
We were needy.
You were greedy. Did you need that pen?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then. Yes, and what about the harp in the third place?
Harp, yes.
She went to dare me to.
I dared you?
You dared me to. She said that I was scared. She dared me.
Did
So
it?
it's your fault.
Wait a minute. You hadn't dared to.
Then you would let the harp alone.
You hadn't thrown away the bean in the first place. She had to turn
It's all had it in the first
bring the bean in the first place.
Your fault.
You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last
did you? Had to get your prince, had to get your cow, have to get your wish, doesn't matter how, anyway it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight, it's the boom splat, nothing but a vast midnight, everybody smashed flat, nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We can always give her the boy. No, of course, what really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine if that's the thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy. No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world. I'm the hitch, I'm what no one believes, I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father, like his son will be too. Oh, why bother? You'll just do what you'll do, it's the last midnight. So goodbye, all coming at you fast, midnight. Soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you want a bean, have another bean. Beans were made for making you rich. Pipe them and they soar. Here you want some more. Listen to the roar, giants by the score, but you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on all fours, alright, mother wed. Boss the beats again. Punish me the way you can then. Give me claws and a hunch just away from this punch and the gloom. And the doom. And the boom.
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path. Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here.
You said we were to get out of this together.
Now it really doesn't matter whether we're together or apart.
But we need your help.
You don't understand. My wife was the only one who really helped. I depended on her for everything.
You would leave your child.
My child will be happier in the arms of the princess.
Oh, but wait.
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. Are we ever?
As far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you all this has happened.
I strayed into the garden to give your mother a gift, and I foolishly took some of those beans for myself. How was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when your mother died, I ran away from my guilt. And now aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. No more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests, no more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more.
Running away. Do it, free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, let's do it. Why sit around resigned? Trouble is son, the farther you run, the more you feel undefined. For what you have left undone, and more what you've left behind. Disappoint, we leave a mess, we die but we don't. Disappoint, in turn I guess, forgive, no we won't. Like father, like son. No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses, all the wondering what even worse is still in store. All the children